Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Meta HSE Valorant 2022 Season 1, Week 1. Join with me once again is Daddy Slim.
Yep, good to see you once again. And we are ready to get underway almost with our second game of the day. I believe it's the Glen Waverley Secondary College up against Salle over in our Victoria, Tasmania bracket to see who can get themselves the first dub of this season on that side of things. If you were with us for the first game, or you might have missed that, it was the guys over on Emerald State High School beating out Somerset over on it was Haven 13-5. But we're getting straight into this one. The team picks are about to go in. We're going to be doing this one over on Split as well, a map which, I'll be honest, I don't mind Split. I like a bit of Split. I think it's a fairly decent map. I was actually watching, I don't know if you were watching the LPL Summer Cup finals the other day. It went to a grand final, 2-2, going into the last one, Honey Badgers, and I believe it was the guys of the Bobo team. And it was a 13-0.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So that's the last bit of Split that I saw the other day, and I was like, Jesus Christ. So it is definitely a map. If you are not switched on, you can get run down very, very quickly if you've got a strong defensive side. But it can also play the exact same over on the other side of things when you do have a very nice attacking side going through. And I believe,
yes,
we've got two fades, actually. I was about to say the first fade looks like Lazy and Sakuna might be locking in both on that side of things.
Yeah, look, Kasha, we got Neon, we got Chamber, we've got all the new agents. Let's go! Finally, we can we'll get into the new agent casting as well. So for a map like Split, it's going to be very interesting, right? Because you can use fast lane and high gear to maneuver around. You can have finger lasers, obviously overdrive, and get some key kills. But at the same time,
mind. There's no.
Okay, never mind. Never mind, that hurt me. They hurt my stomach. Have fun.
It's the same with the buying guns, and now it's the same with selecting characters. They just screw with everyone. All over the shop. But pretty just solid lineups. No new character. No. Cry is going to be on his chamber, but everyone else sort of the same old. As it will be the guys over in Glen Waverley on the attacking side of this one, Cell on the defensive, and it's going to be two attacking agents up against just the one. Actually, I can't remember. Is High Shot on the attacking character? I can't remember because I feel like that's Neon is not, if I remember correctly. I believe she's more of the I cannot remember that. I really should remember like the names for each character because you got the attacking characters, you got the control characters, and then there's just another one that's completely slipped my mind. But one of those two. It's one of those. I'm really good at my job, guys. Don't worry.
Oh dear. And so, currently we are gonna have the early lock-ins, and I love it. We already get the nice little bit of action, a little bit of a show drive coming in. Thank you, Temporal, who's observing for us tonight. We already have High Shot in his prime, already ready to get into the fast lane, get into the high gear, trying to get some relay bolts out. And if we get some finger lasers, I'm gonna be an eternally happy caster.
That we will. We get ready to start this one here. Cell on the attack, Flea on the defensive. We are going straight away for this one. It looks like it's going to be a really nice B hold here. High Shot playing close. Play gets a nice damage in early, and Pixie's also going to grab Sakuna and already into a 5v3 just like that. It forces immediately the guys are in Cell to fall off that B hit. Try and rotate more towards that C side. Trying to push up towards mid there as man. At least trying to just an opening to give them here because it's been a pretty rough start. But he's already up against that last wall, and Justin I think has heard quite a bit of this as well. So he knows that there's something going on here. He's jumping up as well. He spots that pick with the Iron Sword dissipates, and Vicon grabs man already a 5v2. Very solid start here for the guys over at Glen Waverley.
Glen Waverley right now really taking control. They've got that mid full lockdown, and so there's gonna be some kills over here. Paul with the double takes the two. He slashed that is the one that provided the extra dummy cover at the second. They are trying to slowly make a way down to heaven, playing to be just going for the challenge. They do have to take out the Sage, who is just currently waiting. Picks him to the side, takes that first one. There's gonna be the trade. Pod is gonna get the trip from behind, 33 health. Okay, he just get a High Shot. There is gonna be the audio cue, knows exactly what's going on, and kaboom, you go down.
There it is, the shorty up close, the major damage, especially on an armored pistol player. And it will be Glen Waverley grabbing that first round there. A couple of nice kills from Pod, grabbing 3 in the end, but yeah, they just lose those initial fights over towards the B side. They try and break in, held down nicely from Pixie. And high shot, and now we're going towards this one here. It will be the push in for the buyer, Judge, also a couple of Spectres, just a Ghost for Lazy, trying to keep a few extra credits there with a half armor. And also Justin Best, who's going to be picking up a nice little, you know, I like to call it a scout, but it's not technically the right name for it. I still think it's like a scout. Meanwhile, Deal Self just going to be the pistols. A few upgrades there, but high shot trying to go into that direction. Ellie's going to be put down. Vicon will grab ice slash that, but the A side, if they want to push into this one, we're going up Random's crying. They're giving themselves an opportunity to this one here.
Oh man. Alright, here we go. And this is gonna be the way you Michael the 2 there. Oh my god, everyone just gets pulled down right here. And right now it's just up to Paul. Paul with that Judge. He's the one that opened this weapon, and this is Hashot's signature. Like, I laugh in the beginning because Hashot's the one that's thinking to get the shorty in, try to get something through, and, you know, get his signature. But the judgment instantly came to him, and so, oh, that should be enough. That's 4 caps into it. He's still 48 health, but Justin Beast quickly changes weapons, and yeah, the Spectre is gonna be good, and he's gonna pick up the Judge.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate there for Pod, because if they picked up any other of those Spectres that have fallen down in those team fights, might have had a chance, but because they have at that longer range, the Judge, unfortunately, as a shotgun, does not do as much damage as they would have liked. As now, though, will be a full buy up here from D. LaSalle. The rifles come out of Phantom on Pod, everyone else going with those Vandals. And now it's going to be just sort of what they've got on the those side of things, as we can see. Well, Slash that receiving some assistance before the round started there, as we get ready to do this one here. And it's just, of course, those buffs they had from the previous round. Justin's actually got the Bucky going across, high shot with the Judge, and everyone else just pistols, the Spectre on Lazy. Not trying to force too much. This is the bonus round for them. If they can grab something here, it'd be very nice indeed, but you would imagine the rifles here from D. LaSalle should allow them to grab themselves a first round in this game.
Well, not like that, because man just got put down right here, and Pod from behind, he takes the 1-year return, and Justin Best is just going to put them all down with that big shotty, and so that is really unfortunate. A lot of guns are going to be donated, and this is what I was talking about, when you do have that fast lane in, oh dear, oh okay, that could be dangerous. And so, Sakuna quickly gets home. There is going to be the shot, but Lazy's going to put him down first. He slashed out into the return, trying to get something. Oh, it's a nice kill, nice adjustment. DLSA on the board.
That they are, it's Slash it. The rifle does the job in the end, but geez, they have to sacrifice pretty much everything onto that one. And you can see now the credits not particularly there for D. LaSalle, even though they do get that round through. The buy-up. You'd imagine it'd be a couple of rifles maybe get forced up here, or there's going to be some Spectres around, or maybe they're just trying to go around that 2,000 mark with some pistol upgrades. But with that round lost on Waverley, they will be able to actually have themselves a lot of credits available to get the full buy going across with most of the rifles. High shot will be on the Judge as we get ready to start round number 4 here. And a lot of presence towards A early on. Camera going up and location dart revealed on towards Sakuna. Not sure if I managed to pick up anyone else there, but they have that knowledge as at least those 1, maybe 2 players towards that, as Lazy honking towards a ramp on towards the box. It's sort of a bit of an off-angle jump shot down. He's got down from side now. Maybe he'll be swung on him. He's already found 1, looking for a second as well. Gets that, almost a third. Finally comes down, but high shot running through with the Judge. Grabs one, has spotted another. This fight's coming out close here. It's going to be such an awkward position, but Vicon will get Sakuna. Sponge will get that one now, but now he's going to find himself again left in a clutch situation. 1v3 this time. He finds the burst in. He's already down to 18 HP, and he's been closed on from all sides.
Oh, you saw the shadows right there, so there is going to be a blood coming out, trying to get something through. Oh, headshot! That is awesome, and now Vandal 101. He has the ult. So, yeah, go straight to B. Let's get the plant. There's objective. Let's get this one through. And so, Vicon just has to do one thing. Just tap him with 1 bullet. That's all he needs. Satchel to the side, try to get something through. Doesn't really want to get tapped down to the Fred shot. It's a very interesting situation. Does he know which angle he's going to be picking at? That's going to be the one thing right now. Oh, here we go. There's going to be the first tap. The fake is going to come through. Triggering this one through the slow walk. The angles. Oh my god. His slash out just went with a 4K. And he won this one for his team.
That is just the trigger discipline and just holding off, knowing that that first tap was just the fake out. And the timing goes his way, and his slash had a huge clutch up right there. Up to 6 kills now, and That's a big round there for the guys over in De La Salle because, I mean, even Amp, because they won that last round, they still didn't really have the weaponry going into that. In fact, you would say that Glen Waverley had the better weaponry in that round, but now they've got the full buy going through. Vandals and Phantoms out, they've got the full armor. Meanwhile, now it's the guys over on the Glen Waverley side of things, a bit shorter. Vicon with the Marshall, a couple of Vandals, but they're both half armor. A Judge and the ult there from Vicon early, trying to get some damage. Doesn't quite hit in that regard, and pulls out the nades to try and do some extra one, stop them from pushing through, but Sakuna's already ready for that one. Grabs that, and he's just going to start pushing in. He really wants to get himself another one here. Shot stuck in towards the smoke right now. It all comes down to timing. Will find the first one. The Judge doing damage. Gets the first. Can't find the seventh. Sakuna manages to grab the one, push it back. The Lazy grab the pod. It's left in a 3v3 situation. Man and Lazy. It's a huge fight towards Wyndham. Lazy grabs that one. And Justin finds Sakuna, and now he's flashed that. He's got to do it all over again. He's clutched up twice, but he won't be able to find the third time. Pixie shuts him down, and will be Glen Waverley winning that fight there. It was just sort of 1v1s all over the map there, Ramp. It was just fights in the end. They go to Glen Waverley's way, and they find that third round to put on the board.
To be honest, I was looking at that fight, and things could have been a lot worse at B. And so thank God, you know, there was a nice survivor coming from Sukuna. But at the same time, right, it's just not enough has been done. The mid control was definitely not in their favor, and they had to give a lot more. So Glen Waverley took that in stride, while the rest of De La Salle has to make this work. And so Acrylic is going to be on the big auto. The force is going to be used, looking to just execute onto the side. The utility is not even going to be thrown. They don't really care. They're just going to lock something down and instantly just execute onto A.
Acrylic, what's his teleport down so we can go for these first picks here? He's spotted at least one there. Justin has to fall back off the angle, but they know Overlord wants to towards that side. Now he has this all cut out. He gets another one off. Shots are just keeping them back. They haven't really balled on towards the A side just as yet. They've got the play numbers over towards the 4 players at the moment. He's in a really awkward position getting spanned through the boxes. Sakuna, meanwhile, has Bears jumping up across there, gets that knife kill. And off that, they're actually going to start falling back towards spawn. So now looking towards that B site, already you can see Vicon is going to be rotating across, but Pixie's looking more towards that mid side, is starting to hear them now and has to rotate towards B at some point and maybe into heaven. Smokes go up towards it though, and they should, you'd imagine, be able to get this sort of plant going off here. Man,
you should
sort of the first to go in as the attacker Killjoy ult goes out as well.
I got the spike.
Imagine this should be a free one. Pixies managed to revive Justin at best, and Lazy goes on towards the side, finds the second,
30
the
seconds
third.
left. One enemy
Vicon as
remaining.
well. They thought the attacking Killjoy would allow them to get onto the side, but Lazy's having absolutely none of it. A 4K destroys De La Salle, and Glen Waverley find their fourth just like that. Whew. Not bad at all.
Oh man, Lazy out of nowhere. Lazily pulled through all those shots, and yeah, he just did it in fine fashion. Very, very clean. That is a chef's kiss right there. If you're playing a Cypher man yourself, that's exactly what you want to be seeing. And so, currently there is going to be a full player. Judge is going to be onto both sides, Patchon and Man. Both pick up that Judge. There's going to be the full armor. Utility-wise, it's pretty good. 3 also going to be the side of Glen Waverley. And so, as they're going to make another big embrace onto the A, they are just not caring about the Cypher traps. And so, Cypher, they're going to be laughing. They're going to be liking exactly what they're going to be. And so, because they play on the pushing information, really goes down. Here comes the Neuro Fed at the same time. Dash is just cursed. Sukuna goes to the death. And so, let's see what else we can do.
The Judge fight, but Lazy intrudes into that one. Actually, it was Hydra picking up that kill. Lazy finds the third. Pixie puts down pod. The spike plant went down, but that is all they will get there, unfortunately, De La Salle, and it will be Glen Waverley picking up round number 5 here. And yeah, that dash in from Sakuna, that was always going to be a very difficult one. Trying to sort of get past that ultimate that had gone out from Lazy of that location reveal, but when you're dashing into 3 people and your gun isn't out yet, that's always going to be a bit of a difficult fight to take as Highshot just taking his time in, you know, letting us go over what we thought of that round as he waits for this defuse to come through. And now, as it gets close, he'll just put that one down. Jesus.
You're welcome.
Wow. I feel like that's a form of BM almost, doing it that late. 0.38 seconds left on the clock there. Imagine if he just got that just slightly wrong.
That would be the
Cliff, just be putting everyone just like, oh look, how to lose a 4v0 brought to you by Highshot. But he gets the job done. Glen Waverley find their 5th, get themselves out to this 3-round advantage, and unfortunately for De La Salle, they don't particularly have the best buy here. It's slash it. He's been the man so far, so he's going to be forcing up onto that Vandal half by everyone else. A few pistols. And also that Spectre. Well, I was going to say Spectre. I should say Marshall. Sakuna puts away Vicon early. Maybe they try and push in towards the B side here, but that slow old bull forced them back for the time being. But already aggression towards mid. With that player advantage, they find this one here, or just another. It's an opportunity to really burst on towards this B side.
I love it. We have a good Marshall connection. And right there, Krillic is looking like he wants to jump up for the headshot. But they didn't check to the side. That could have been a dangerous lineup. Justin Best is going to go down, but not before he put a lot of damage onto Krillic's X. So now they are going to go down. And so Lazy is going to be the one to meet all of this. As a Cypher, he says yes to this. Come to me anytime. HSE slash that is also going to go with a die-hard kill right here. Absolutely amazing. It's a 3v1 situation. This should be a nice plan, and he should be around all the way back to Salle.
Don't have to worry, because Pixie coming into this one, there are two players with just 4 HP between them, and there goes one. Now there's a lot of pressure put on Sukuna, because if they go down, all of a sudden there is absolutely nothing on towards the side of his flash that, but on that off angle, Pixie not expecting them to be up on that heaven side, and it will be a third on the round for Salle. They win that fight towards mid after getting the initial pick over towards the B site. They rotate towards A, and they get that one there. Spike planted. They'll grab a third, and they bring themselves sort of back into this one credit-wise. And that's the economy battle going on at the moment. And it's towards the way of Glen Waverley still. So Salle will be looking to try and grab this second one together. But Glen Waverley, they love it. They're judges. High Shot and Justin both would win again. And playing those close angles towards mid as well, so they can definitely be put to use as we get ready to start round number 9 here.
Hey, look, if I can produce good results by being on the judge all the time, that would be my weapon of choice. So we've seen that happen before, and it's going to be the same again for High Shot. But Lazy is going to go down really early. What's going to be broken? Here is going to be the pulse. Try to identify everything. Here's going to be the crossplay. Justin Best, High Shot. Oh, I said it once, I said it again. You have been judged. And so, key kills has come through, and now from the early kill down to 4v1, that trap in the middle by the judge, is just going to be devastating on the side of Glen Waverley.
Jeez, crossplay on the judge up close is devastating as it slashes. Slash that, well, he's got to find himself another clutch. He's done a 1v3, he's done a 1v2, but Pixie's having absolute... Finds a third over towards that B site. Then Waverley respond back in turn. They've won now 4 of the last 5 after it was locked at 2-all earlier on in this half, and now money. Once again, the credit's just not looking particularly great here for Salle. There's chances to force up something if they want for a few players, and you can see it's Slash that. He's going again for sort of that Vandal hero buy, but everyone else is sort of sitting on classics of armor, few bits of utility, and on the other side of things, full buys. High Shot will continue on the judge. Justin has picked up a Vandal, as with the rest of his teammates there, but looking for a 7th. They have already... Well, actually, a 7th here will mean they claim the first half at least from those rounds. A lot of presence towards A to start this one off here for Salle.
Well, the stack is going to also mean that you have no control information into that mid, so they're going to run into the wall here, come on say. Pixie is going to be like listening to all of this, thinking what they're going to be able to do. They are slowly breaking this one down. There's also going to be a quick one being thrown. Justin, meanwhile, is going to slowly just come up onto the vents. It's going to be providing all the cover. Yes, the blind is there, all the utility is going to be thrown, but all of the players on the side of Salle looks like they just want to go for a full stack into B tunnels.
Hasn't worked out too well so far when they've tried these B hits, but Slash that finds the burst of Vicom and Hotch it off. This could be devastating. It's done.
One enemy remaining.
Race down 3 to finish. Oh, Salle, they find the first one. They think they can just walk into the side after getting the utility stuck up. Oh, dearie, dearie me. High Shot grabs 2. They look towards that direction. Then Lazy peeks on out. 17 kills on the Cypher. And we've gone just 10 rounds. He is absolutely killing it right now. On the other side of things, Slash has 11. Sakuna has 10. And Salle, they haven't looked bad so far in a lot of these rounds, but it's just been the plays coming through here from Lazy and then just the holds as well from Pixie. High Shot's been an absolute menace on the judge when it's been put together. Sakuna, though, early here, will get that pick towards Lazy. He's holding that angle. That is incredibly brave, knowing that there's that operator there. He's going to go searching as well. He just gives absolutely nothing out of the moment. He's found those kills. straight to that position. He'll even find the spike, looking for a second there as well. And he gets out. That is absolutely insane that he gets away with that.
Oh, bigger lasers!
That may have been just a bit overly ambitious.
I just wanted it. Oh my god, he's gonna go through it. Don't just.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my
What is
god.
that? How? He just has no regard for any of the utility, any of those players. He's found himself 3, and now it's all left on man. 5 HP. He finds 1. He's still got an opportunity, but those unfortunately are not going to go far enough. They knock back towards him. Viacon finds the last one. Oh, lazy is just that is
Last round
absolutely
in the
criminal. You just can't be getting away with that.
I can't believe he lived after doing all of those things. If I was on dealer cell right now, that's like a top priority kill right there. If he challenges me, I am just gonna be like destroying everything I have on my team, trying to put him down. And so we come to the last round before the swap. You're gonna have a lot of judges put onto the side just as extra reload precautionary. Obviously set up a high shot, and of course Justin Beast.
Get out of my way.
Well, they still have a chance for 4 here in this half, and when they switch over to Badger, there's a bit more of a chance to hold these ones down, especially when you... Well, see, the problem is here, they've got the 2 attackers, so because they've gone there for this immediate one, they won't have to sage wall. They'll be a bit shorter on those defensive prowesses that the guys over on the side of Glen Waverley have had for this half, and again, they're looking to try for this B split. They want to try and do it through mid, but they're being forced to just run out straight into this. And Sakuna, though, has the knives available as the attacking Killjoy goes out here. And Pixie, oh, it's just the timing. Throws out the smoke, looking the other direction. Gets that immediate pick. Does force him out of the side, but then you just lose those knives. You lose your attacker. There's just so much pressure on these other 4 players. One player does get contained there, but they're not going to be able to go into blind spot. His man just runs straight through the smoke. Tries to pull a lazy. It's not going to work in that regard. Pixie grabs that one. Silas and lazy. They trade back again. Spike's been planted. The right almost gets the damage done, but Pod, they're trying to get this one back in the walls. 1 on 2. Slash there with 1 HP. He's clutched out so many, but now he just has 2 bullets, and unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. Needed 2 1-taps to hit that one, but it's not going to come through, and Glen Waverley will find their 9th. And that is a pretty solid one. There's how many judges? He's just doing juggling. But I mean, Justin's just so impressed he stopped defusing the spike, and what is going? They're doing it again. This is the 2nd time they've done this.
I think that's the greatest show. Oh, that's
Oh no.
I think that's the most amount of fun I've seen in a long time in Valorant. Like, just then, you gotta feel sorry for slash that. He's on 1 HP, and who does he run into? The 2 remaining players who's got judges, and so they just pump whatever they want into the walls and into any direction, and he just falls over. Oh god, you gotta give it to them. Like, Glen Waverley right now, with the 6th round lead, they are gonna be splitting themselves apart from dealer cell, and dealer cell onto the switch. If they want to make the comeback, they need to immediately win the pistol, convert the extra, and then into the bonus in order to compete.
Well, it is 9-3, so there's always an opportunity for something like that to swing their way. Glen Waverley will hold this 9-3 advantage. Sideshot immediately straight right towards Ramp. Wants to get really... Try and do that damage early. With that shorty, unfortunately can't find a Viking. Looks at the trade back with those nades on towards Flash. But Sakuna holding it down. 1, 2, 3. Almost finds a 4, but now Pixie and Lazy with the trades back, and all of a sudden the 2v2. The A side's still being held, and off that, Pixie's going to start rotating, and the B side is completely open right now. Has the ice wall as well to put down in some position if they want to. Minute 10 still left on the clock as they start rotating in. Now Pod also got that close call up here with Lazy. Does he push through it? Oh my lord, he's about to get himself what would be, imagine, a free kill. He might even just wait for man to come through on that side, because Pod has absolutely no idea. As I say, that starts rotating back, and there it is, gets that first pick, and now Pod left in a 1v2 to try and clutch this one out.
That's that position is just so deadly. As soon as you Cypher, you know you can put your cam up. Oh, and Pod is gonna quickly jump down, so they should have more than enough infantry we're working with. So Pod, not long for this world, gets put down as well. And so with a really nice round coming in from Glen Waverley, they are gonna confirm with a plan and they win. And so they're gonna have the early Spectre, obviously the early judges. I mean, because we gotta remember, you know, high shot is in here, and so that puts De La Salle on a bit of an edge right here. They are gonna be forced into buying, and well, Sakuna has been aiming pretty well, and so he's gonna get a Marshall, trying to thread this one through. The way I see this is that they give up mid control, and they're gonna have the early split set up with a lurk. And looking at high shot, there's gonna be the judge play instantly.
He's trying to play judge from that far back, and Sakuna's already down. They're going for that peak with the not work. High shot again, trying to rush. Ready for that one. Vicon's got Swilex on well, goes towards mid. Putting in though, his man grabs the second, but pulling out the nades at the wrong time. Justin puts him away at 3v2. Pod is still on the site. This could be a really big one here, as there could be 2v1, and a second, he's not ready for it. Pod grabs both, and now it's all left on towards Vicon, and Pod, a 3k on the Spectre. He holds it, he waits, and he gets all three as reward, and that is going to be a fourth one for De La Salle, and a big one there as well, and because they force into that one, they do get it through. Now they can look to full buy for most of their players. Qualis maybe a bit lower here on towards the Spectre. Pod's got his from last round, but now the guys over in Glen Waverley who are a bit shorter. You've got those pistols to Spec. They're a shorty again on high shot who was just... The man is just running in. He is absolutely no regard for anything at the moment. He's just like, you know what? I'm just going to run in, try and get a kill where I can. But he's very much leaving himself open for a pick. But round 15 to begin. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty early aggression from Glen Waverley towards the B side.
Yeah. Here we go. This is going to be a full stack onto B, giving out full control. And High Gear quickly sets this one up so High Shot can get himself into the right area. And so they're going to make the force really ball. So as well, Justin Biscuit's thinking about Krulix. They have the wall. They know where everything are. Trying to wall bang right here. But Pop is going to quickly get the Nano Swarm up as well. The spike gets dropped. Sukuna is going to get put down into the return. Vicon is going to control Heaven. The no scope coming through, but it's not going to be enough. High Shot rushes out. Doesn't get the control. Lazy going to go in. Quickly trying to confirm something. But yeah, 1 on 4. I don't think that's gonna happen. Slasher is gonna be the one to take his life. And so, yep, the frustration has finally come out.
I'm not surprised that's happening after the things that Lazy has done so far in this game. I was almost thinking to myself, surely there's absolutely no way. But shut down nicely there. Slash that, and he'll grab his 14th, and it'll be a 5th there for De La Salle. Looking to try and work their way back into this. And again, they've sort of got the credits rolling a few of their players nicely. They've got all the utility they could want. Meanwhile, Glen Waverley's sort of forcing more into this one. I mean, most of their players have those rifles out. Half on there in Beacon and High Shot. I mean, I don't think he's ever used a rifle in his life. This is just on the judge again. And Justin's just sitting on the Spectre. So it's not the best fire they could have wanted, but it's definitely enough to force something into this round as they try and find an 11th. And again, the A side is where they're going to be going. So there's going to be a lot of damage early. He finds one and just manages to get away as well as they force their way in towards Heaven, though. High Shot running in close. He's just absolutely barreling his way through this. Slash that left in the corner as well. I can't believe available. They're all these angles.
Spike down.
And it's plays back and forth, but it will be the guys over on the side of De La Salle coming out on top. And now it's Lazy left in a 3v1.
Okay, well, the fast skill was put into good action. It's now just up to... Oh my god! I was about to say, this man is just insane. There's a satchel quickly confirm where he is, and man is going to get a kill right here. And so they denied the clutch coming out from Lazy. Pick up another round, 10-6. Economy is going to be reset back to about 3k. And so they're going to be relying on the Spectres and the Judge. Gotta say, they have found the trick into Neon. So High Shot probably being put into check at the second, running in with his High Gear at the same time, getting to the fast lane, trying to find something through and provide the cover for his team. But unfortunately, that's not going to be going well for him at this second. And so, 10-6. This is a nice round to recover for the side of De La Salle.
That it will be. As they get ready to start round number 17 here. Find themselves an opportunity. Rounds closer and closer back as Justin blinded up there, just firing blindly through that one. Finding that distraction. The ball goes up to prevent that sort of pushing from that mid side there, and they're going to be able to get into the kettle. Odds there, but Lazy has control. That's a big kill towards B. Taking quite a bit of damage from a few of these positions, but they've got Heaven control. Now they've pretty much got B control. The Spike's still back. Lazy, close here. With the Spectre, those positions are putting down the 10 HP, man. That. Meanwhile, up towards Heaven, it's all so close to each other. High Shot. Oh no, oh, not again. Oh, this gun is so powerful. The right position, he finds one. Looking for a second. Pod will get Vicon, but Justin there.
One enemy remaining.
Goes running straight into it. Lazy meanwhile finds man. It's left to 1v3. Justin comes in. Slasher has no idea they were still towards heaven, and it will be an 11th on the board there for the guys over on the side of Glen Waverley. I mean, I just High Shot he's an interesting man to watch, isn't he? It's just you get like he gets 2 kills up close, and then he just runs blindly into his step to the next person. It's insanity. I'll give it that, but it does work when it's required. And much needed round there as well from Glen Waverley, because De La Salle was just starting to get a nice roll.
Let's get this.
And now the full buys for both teams out. High Shot again with his judge. Everyone else on the Vandals for Glen Waverley. Meanwhile, De La Salle. Sukuna is actually going to be the operator the first time we've seen that this evening. And they are immediately trying to push in towards this again, trying to do the speed split up and towards heaven. And that's doing pretty well. They've already just complete heaven control. There's so much pressure on Krillix right now.
Oh, and it's so hard to deal with it because High Shot, he knows exactly what to do. And he doesn't really care what you throw at him because he's going to be at your face anyway. So here we go. Here is also Showtime. Not going to be able to get something with a strike. He's going to be locking this one down. For the Sukuna gets put down. That's a big operator down. Man is going to return with the judge right here. They're going to quickly find something. Pixie just gets away. They can still revive at the second. Woo!
How does Slash come out of that? Left in a 3v2 now. Got an opportunity, but Pixie puts away Pod. A lovely headshot. It's there, and he finds man as well. Pixie shutting this down. That he grabbed himself a nice kill. He had no HP available, and Vicon will put that one away. And now we're left into 12-6. The buy is going to be, well, actually, it should be enough. It'll be a bit rough in a few places here for De La Salle if they want to get enough utility, enough gunpowder on a few players. And well, Glen Waverley, 6 map and series points to start off their first round here for the Meta High School Val for 2022. And I got to say, I think they might have locked this one in. I'm all for miracles here, but De La Salle are going to have to put a lot of work in with the limited utility and gunpowder they have.
Yeah, so here we go. Krillix with that tour de force. Who's High Shot down instantly. Not gonna have any fast lane or high gear at this second, and so that is already doing pretty good. He's got 4 bullets left. He's got plenty to work around with. And at the same time, they are gonna force this one up. He's trying to get something done, but Sukuna is gonna be pulled down. Pod, look at the smoke. They're detecting where he is, and so they're running for him. Man, he pulls that first one, but that's not enough for him to survive. Krillix is gonna be put all the way back, being forced off the position. And so Slash that quickly teleports back into the side, trying to provide a lazy put down with a triple kill. Krillix, the spray finally puts Justin down. 3v2 situation. Surely they can win this one. But Pixie is going to quickly readjust that tension.
2v2 spike now will be planted. I should take this down. Man's just not aware that he's up so close. Grabs 3 this round. Grabs that, needs to waste to clutch this one out and keep it going. But Pixie coming around on the other side. He wasn't ready for it. And it is going to be Glen Waverley claiming this one 13-6. They get the job done. And they do so in pretty nice fashion towards that one. And Amp, well, not too bad at all. We saw some fantastic plays from both teams, but in the end, it was just some individuals over on the side of Glen Waverley that had themselves up there. I mean, 26 kills for Lazy, 26 and 11. Meanwhile, 18 for Pixie, Justin Best, 2012 with 13, 14 to High Shot, Vicon finishing with 12. On the other side of things, it's Slash that, 17 on the Omen, Sukuna, 15 on the Jet, 11 to Pod, 10 to Krillix, and Man finishing with 9. So, not too bad at all, I've got to say. A good game, some solid players. I mean, that Lazy one, I don't think I'm going to get over that. The fact that he got away with that and ended up with like a 4K in the round was absolutely ridiculous. So, congratulations to both teams for putting on a show, but it will be the guys over in Glen Waverley claiming their first W of the season.
Yeah, and so at this second, this is pretty good. The MVP that we have right now is going to go to Lazy. Obviously, the man is just a menace. Even more than High Shot at the moment. 26-11-3. This guy, like, you can't even like push him without him like trying to get anything. He's got 5 first blood, only bested by Sukuna, but hey, look, you know, he's on a Cypher, and Cypher, you don't really get him to open or even start it. He just says, you know what, we're just gonna do this. I'm gonna make it happen. If I get a chance to clutch, I will clutch. And so a lot of times was given to him. So very well deserved onto their side. I think Lazy at this second really made a big difference into Glen Waverley's play. And of course, when it comes to play and strategies, the side of Glen Waverley did prove that they were more used to split, where they had the wall coming up from Pixie, where Justin Best and High Shot pretty much judged the rest of De La Salle when they tried to cross into that territory. They said, danger close coming in both sides. You're not going to be able to see anything else that's going to be coming. And so a lot of dominance, a lot of full aggression instead of a High Shot. Just want to highlight, he loves going to fast lane high gear and then just jumps through, trying to bait out the first shot. And he knows that he's capable of like drawing all the attention onto himself while the rest of his team cleans out the rest.
It was High Shot's game method was basically go in and get kills, go in and die immediately. There was no other side to it. It was just rush in with that speed to try and it did catch them off guard a few times, their De La Salle. But I mean, also going back to Lazy, 5 first blood, so 5 entry kills from him and an econ rating of 98. The man was just on fire for whole bits of that. On the other side of things, I mean, Sakuna, 6 entry frags for them on the jet. They were looking very solid in a lot of positions. Unfortunately, a lot of the time they were just getting caught out by like, a few things they're throwing down smokes to get. And that was a few of the De La Salle players where they were getting utility together. And then it was just the peaks would come in, big dry ones that you're not expecting. And Glen Waverley were just shutting them down off that because there was a few times towards B, that 5v4 back in round 8, where they get that opening pick on towards B. They look to push in towards it. All of a sudden, they don't check up top. High Shot kills 2. They go to look to that position, and Lazy swings out and gets a 3K. So it was just, well versed from Glen Waverley in a lot of areas. I mean, De La Salle also looking pretty good themselves, but 13-6, definitely still a few things that they need to work on. But hey, it is the first week, so there is plenty of time to go back to the drawing board and, look at those things, think it. I definitely feel like we'll be seeing both of these teams towards finals time, especially Glen Waverley. They were there last year, so, I mean, there's no reason they won't be back again.
Yeah, well, obviously we see, De La Salle from last year. We've seen some really strong performers. We've seen Glen Waverley all around, and so if this is the kind of level of games that we're already playing at in high school, imagine what they're going to do when they graduate and go to TAFE, college, universities. So guys, it is time to talk to your principals right now. Make sure that they are going to be investing into your esports future. And with that being said, we do have our player interview coming through. And I think this is that Lazy that we have?
It's Pixie. It's Pixie.
Pixie! Yo, Pixie, congratulations on tonight's play. How do you feel?
Huge game from the boys. Really good turnout. First week, really, really good performance from the boys, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were really solid off. It was close at the start, 3-2, and then there was just a few where everything just sort of came together with some of those rounds. I mean, I don't know if you saw the mics going on with what Lazy's play happened, but I would highly recommend to sort of look it back onto that one because some of that was just absolutely insane. A few of those plays he pulled off.
Yeah, he's insane. We know it. Like he's been our best player for a long time. But yeah, definitely a few things we need to work on. But good performance for first weekend. It was a good try for them, but GWSC a bit too strong in the end.
Yeah. At the same time, we saw the strategy of High Shot and Justin Best pulled off with Pixie. I mean, with yourself. That middle play with the judges, that was just that was pretty much death all around.
Yeah, just a bit of fun. Like just spice it up a bit. Good to see a bit of fun in a tournament. Not something you always see.
Yeah, I was going to say because I don't know if it was a strat coming in, but it actually worked to perfection. Times can be absolutely devastating up forward. I mean, for you guys going forward, is there any sort of change? Because you did play that sort of just the one attacker going into that one for the 4 defensive. Starting on that defensive side, are you guys looking to play more sort of the 2-3 in that regard for future mappers? Or is it more just you've got the one player on the attacker, everyone else sort of switches and chooses between the other ones?
No, we'll see. Like depending on the map and like depending on future weeks. I mean, it's only the first week. We're just finding out like what works for us, what doesn't. So trying out different stuff, seeing what works for us. 2-3, 2-3, 1-4, like whatever works for us.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, hey, look, whatever works, and it's always good to find the early grooves, and so you have a little bit more edge into adjusting to the coming games coming up in the following weeks. Another massive shout out to everyone who played tonight. But I do have to say, do you have anything you would like to shout out on stream to everyone who's watching at the moment?
What can I say? I don't know. GWSC on top. There you go.
All right, awesome. Well, look, that's going to conclude our interview. Massive well done. And thank you, everyone, for watching. We are going to cut into a quick BRB where we're going to be getting the final game of tonight, which is going to be Joseph Banks Secondary College versus the Kobe Catholic College, Western Australia. So if you do like what we have tonight for offering, definitely don't go anywhere because we'll be right back right after this.